All right. Hayden says that he's just getting a cup of tea, so we might as well get in. He can just simply catch up. Does everyone want to log into Roll20?
Oh shit, yeah. I always forget like all the things to do.
I was gonna say, I knew I forgot something, and I was like, yeah, I just need my character sheet, that's all.
I haven't seen my own actual set of dice in weeks. I just break out a new set every Monday and then put them in a random mystery box that go out that night.
You're testing them before it happens.
Yeah, which one want to use today? There are some really cool ones in here that I save for people who are nice to me when they make an order. The rude ones get brown dice.
Okay, so who would like to do the recap for last session?
Oh, what did not happen last session? You might ask. We entered the. Was it astral plane? It wasn't an astral plane, right? It was just a separate plane for the dragons only.
Yeah, it was the astral plane, but sort of aspect of the astral plane, which was the dragon realm.
The dragon realm. Yeah. And we got there with a mind of, try to get there, get a reward, and get out. But no, we had to commit and actually do a big fight. It actually was a very good fight with the dragon version of Hayden. Not Hayden. What's his name?
Murad.
Oh, what did I say, Hayden?
Yeah.
We were all dragons, and it was beautiful. We did buy a potion at the end of the session, ended up to be free. And as a reward, well, we did fight with Tiamat and the right hand of what's his name? Oh my god, got his name today.
Balthazar, no. Bahamut.
Yes.
The one person who is supposed to know the answer to that was just strangely silent throughout all of it.
I'm listening to the recap.
And yeah, we get out of there, and then as a biggest rewards that we did not expect, it is a keep. That I think we are going there right now because I am curious. I don't know about you guys.
Very much so. And we had some notable rewards of not only the keep, we got a stack of gold, and I got a platinum elixir that looks like a platinum dragon transformation elixir.
Yeah.
And I suppose a divine intervention, right?
Yes.
Can call Bahamut aid.
Yes, and then all of you have also leveled up to level 14.
Yeah.
Yes, true. I fucking forgot that.
Has everyone logged their level 14 capacity?
Yes, I did it last week because I was anxious.
Yes.
What did you all get on level 14?
Well, Nat got access to a new level spell, I believe.
Well, she's casting level 7, not 8, not 7.
No, level 7 spells, yeah. She chose Whirlwind.
Sounds like chaos.
What did the rest of you take?
I picked up another 7th level spell. Symbol, which is inscribe a harmful glyph onto a surface or an object, and then set it to do quite disastrous things: death, discord, fear, pain, sleep, or stun.
Oh. Very interesting.
Yeah. Might come in handy.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe? What did you get?
I can make myself look slightly different now, like Darwin out of the X-Men. I
Okay.
can adapt to my environment. So if I need gills, I just sort of get gills.
Oh, him. Okay, I was thinking of something completely different.
Darwin is he will always evolve to survive.
He was the
So I can
guy
get
who
multiple to self.
he was the guy who swallowed Havoc's laser beam or something like that, didn't
Yeah, completely fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The literal one character who canonically cannot die, they killed.
he? What about you, Trim? What did you get?
I got Vanish, so I can use hide action as a bonus action on my turn. And I can't be tracked by non-magical means unless I choose to leave a trail, basically. So it's not too bad. It's okay.
Yeah, so you literally don't need to hide somewhere. You can literally just crouch and you just vanish.
Yeah, just do a Skyrim sort of stealth mission.
Put a bucket on the head.
Hey, Hayden.
Hey.
How's everything going?
It's good. Yeah, it's very good.
We're discussing our level 14 stats. Oh, your level 14
yeah.
stats. I'm still level 8. I'm still level 60, M.
I put myself up a level, but I don't think I picked my stuff for it.
Yeah, your barbarian and fighter things are still adding to 13.
Oh.
So I'll let you sort that out while we're sort of running through here. So yes, you guys have been given the deed and the key to your new keep. So it's a question of what you want to do from this point. As you have noticed that when you're pretty much your hour in the Draken realm, you realise has pretty much equated to something akin to 7 or 8 hours in the real world. So it is sort of getting to mid-afternoon at this point. So what would you guys like to do?
How far away is our keep?
Okay. You haven't sort of like been given a map reference, but from what you can sort of work out, your keep is effectively on the very tip of this little island here.
Oh. Well, okay. Opening the scroll that came with was it a key?
Yes.
What was
yes,
it saying?
Yeah, so you got the deed to the keep, and then wrapped around that is a ribbon with a golden key.
With the golden key, okay. Does the scroll says anything in particular about the keep itself, or is it just like the contract?
So it is effectively just the contract of the fact that the ownership of the keep has gone from the Minseptas government, the property administration. The name of the castle is Ilian Donan, and then with sort of references and directions on how to get there.
Okay.
So if you sort of think of, you got the big scroll, which has in very large, fanciful writing with the seal of approval of both the royal family and the Office of Departmental Justice, or whatever you want to call it, with that stamp on it, and then attached to it separately is then like a little note that says, like, to the new owners of the Elian Dorian Castle, please find the attached instructions. You have a single key at this residence. Should you require more, it will be a 10 gold fee to have a new one made.
Okay. But we have no idea of if the keep is empty, is in a good condition. Absolutely nothing.
No.
All right.
I'll pick someone out.
Home ownership comes with its costs.
However, if you do want to do an insight check to sort of try and work out the likelihood of various things, then feel free.
I am not very insight myself, but I can give it a go.
I can insight.
That's a solid 18.
So the first thing that you're picking up is that this deed hasn't been transferred from like noble number 1 to you guys, the alphas. It's taken specifically from the Minas Epidas government and the Department of Property. So you can probably venture at some level while the keep was in their possession, it was abandoned.
Fantastic.
Okay. I guess further question will come when we actually there. Yes, I don't know what's going on.
So, what would
Alright,
you guys
boys.
like to do?
Yeah. Well, before we leave Minas Epidas, do we have anything else to do? Do we have any pickup to do? Any left traces?
Let's look at our quest log. Ding!
So you press J on the keyboard and the little quest log comes up.
I was thinking just press Dur's nose because he's the one that's got it all. Just push Dur's nose. Boop!
I feel like the pushing his nose is the button that makes him bite your fingers off.
Oh no, wrong side of the nose. Bing.
No, I used my pointy finger to do it, so he bites a bony finger.
Okay, so you do have some sort of like pickup quests here. You did order some health potions from the herbalist,
Oh yes.
but which, even though you've been there since, you still haven't picked those up, and you did also want to go to the main event to trade in your +3 dagger, but you said come back later because you didn't have any more money at the time.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need to, like Skyrim, you need to let them reload, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to hit the T button and like wait 24 hours.
Yeah,
to reset.
they get their gold back.
So I guess
Alright.
we'll go pick up our health potions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's give a little stroll to the market and then possibly we can head off.
All right then.
Obviously, our fame precedes us now, so we got to have some crowd management. As the loving populace come.
Yeah, you're not actually wrong. As you're travelling through all the various points, because bear in mind you're on the 3rd level of the city, all of the guards and all of the populace there are just like watching you with like really avid attention as you walk past, and as you get down to once you get down to the 2nd level, nobody really seems to have much to say to you other than just wanting to know what was happening up above, because they've seen the heavens have basically been exploding for the past several hours, and then everything's just calmed down, and you guys seem to be the first people who have appeared, but to relay any news to them.
I'd like to wave to my adoring fans as I walk.
Oh, absolutely. Giving kisses to everybody.
No,
Yeah.
we don't want kisses. We want to know what's going on.
You've all been saved.
Private matters.
You're alive? Does that
Yeah.
answer your
You're welcome.
But what happened? Like, has the apocalypse come again?
No?
No, don't worry. We all saved you all again. Don't worry. You're in safe hands.
But like the 4th time in about 3 days, we've saved the world. Do not worry about it.
So, but what did happen? We're really confused.
The need to know basis, son, and you don't need to fucking know. Now get out of the way. I push this school child.
I've now got
son.
visions of Dirt just like pulled out a pair of like sunglasses and pulled on some like leather biker jacket and is like trying to sort of like puff out his chest like Kashan used to do in sort of like crowd control, but obviously he's really tiny.
I'm gonna alter stealth, so I get a little bit taller.
I'm gonna pick him up and hold him and use him as to push people out of the way.
A battering ram.
I was thinking, like, if they get too close, I can like hold you towards them, and it will be like an angry dog, like barking and snapping his teeth.
Well, I was thinking, what's it with don't move or the rabbit gets it. So don't move or dirt will get you.
At which point,
There it is.
you hear a rushing of wings as a green form descends upon the city. It's like, my love, you are safe. But I was so worried. The heavens have been exploding in dragon fire. Please tell me that you are safe.
I'm good.
She's unfortunately perished, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. That must have been my twin.
Okay, give me a persuasion check with one hell of a disadvantage, please.
No one saw it, right? I mean, I just came here to find my twin, and I found everyone else here, and they told my twin was gone. Is it persuasion or deception?
Deception, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I know, it's only said persuasion. I was like, there's no way to word that. That's more of a deception. Right, I got a 15.
Mm-hmm.
Or a 4.
Okay, so you get the 4 points. It's like, aha. You have a most unique sense of humor, my love. It makes me love you all the more.
Unfortunately, I am a white dragon inside. Sorry.
Then have no fear, my love. I shall journey up to the Temple of Bahamut, and I too shall become a white dragon.
Off you go. Bye.
All right, Michael Jackson.
Will you not come with me?
No, I have to.
Oh,
go
she'd
find
love
my-
to, buddy. She'd love to.
I'm not allowed
Talk about
back.
you all
Sorry.
day.
I give her a wink when I say that.
When we were up there, she was actually a green dragon. She said how much she admired you, and that's what she wanted to be like.
Says the man who
Yeah.
was a green dragon.
I was black. You were green.
No, I wasn't. I was white.
I don't think you were. I've
I
got
was
funny
white.
colours in my eyes.
No, wait. I'm pretty sure the pirate was a green dragon.
A pirate.
No, I'm pretty sure. We're all pretty sure it was you.
I'm pretty sure it was you, Remy.
I mean, I
We're all
remember
like-
there being
we're-
2 green dragons.
If we all say it enough, we can gaslight her into Bruce.
At which point, appearing on the walls, even larger than the dragon before you, clearly his mother appears also. What the hell are you doing here?
He's stalking.
No, he's just trying to get a bit of quality time with his lover. This is the first time you're meeting the parents, right? That's a
No, we've
milestone.
met her before.
Oh,
Told
okay.
him
Well,
to grow up
never
and
mind.
go find a nice green dragon that's not me, because I'm not a green dragon.
Well, yeah, green lizards. That's close enough.
Dur's green. If green is the colour, then Dur is also applicable in this suggestion.
Yeah,
This
but there's
sounds like a classic case of a story of star-crossed lovers, and we literally did just cross the stars, so that must mean it's fate.
Did we cross the stars together?
We were in the heavens.
Astral
That's where the
plane,
stars are,
Technically
right?
you did, because that's where the astral plane was.
Yeah.
You've received the blessing of Bahamut now. I don't think you even need to be a green dragon to marry him. You could just do it
No,
now.
I'm not a dragon.
No, she does
can
not
put in
need
a
the
good
blessing to marry me, for our love transcends the laws of both man
It's a
and beast.
side effect of the remove curse spell, you twit.
Well, there you go.
How about, Revy, next time I won't save your ass and do the spell for you.
Yes,
Whilst a
sounds like
very
you'd love to do
handsome
anything,
green
then.
dragon, it's
yes, given that Revi was literally 2 off of succeeding on doing the remove dragon, and having all of this
On
on you. So bear in mind, at this point, the entire crowd has just run for their lives. You now, aside from 2 dragons, have a clear path to the teleporter, at which point the mother dragon says, "Come on, we need to get back and give you a very cold shower." New lizard, watch yourself.
Huh?
My family's honor is something not easily spurned.
I thought you'd be happy I don't want to marry your dragon son and he can go find a nice, good proper dragon wife?
Yes, I am. Can't you tell?
No.
Why don't you want to marry him? He seems like a really nice guy.
Do you want a dragon chasing you around everywhere you go? It's bad enough I've got the snake at home that needs feeding. And probably going to have to feed everyone else's pets that they've all abandoned since they've all left the campaign.
Yep.
I think if I turned up with a dragon in tow as well, they might have a bit of a problem with that.
Only one way to
Well, I
find
mean,
out.
every good castle needs a dragon.
That's true. Imagine that as a defense system.
Ooh,
But he'd have to
Trying
stay
to
at home.
convince the party, can we keep the dragon?
So I can stay at home and he's not following you about, is he? He's got a duty then, a job.
Yeah,
We
he
can give him a
be stay-at-home
job.
father.
At least 9 to 5.
Yeah, stay-at-home dad.
Dad, you say?
What? No!
I mean, could be, you know, with Bahamut's blessing, of course.
I'll just
yeah. I vote.
all
I vote for a 9 to 5, 5 days a week job at the keep. We don't know what we're going for, but yeah, I think whoever has said that it will be a great idea to have a dragon for the castle. Cause, bruh, we need it. We deserve it.
I agree. Yes, you do deserve it, and I deserve to be there all the time with my love.
No,
Don't you think so, my love?
no.
Otley feels like he's stirred up enough chaos here, and he's going to walk quietly past before he gets punched by one of the party members.
No, it'll be. I'm just gonna pick up Durr. Can I use catapult on Durr, please?
Do you consent to being
alter
catapulted?
self. No, I use alter self to become 1,000 ton heavier or whatever I can be. It will not work. Like, you know, when you try and pick up like a pug and they just hunker to the ground.
I
you
could
just go on all fours and you start clinging the cobbles.
Let me find it.
That is a good idea, though. I do think having a good, noble, handsome green dragon for defense.
But why have I got to
Keep.
bribe the dragon to come by marrying it?
We don't know
I said
the upkeep of the castle.
I don't want to marry the dragon.
Expenses might be tight. It would be good to have someone on payroll. You know.
He can live in our house, fine, but I don't have to marry him. Fine, you can move in with me, but I'm not marrying you yet.
Not yet.
Oh, yes!
Yet is
Leave the
the...
door open.
Everybody heard it. Everybody heard it. That is now set in stone.
And
The fates have spoken.
technically, there is no deadline on that point, so that could be infinite.
Exactly. For us, dragons have very long lives.
Good thing I don't. Fine, the dragon can move into the keep.
Very well. I shall take him back to the Draken Fort, where I shall prepare him for his new task.
Of living in my house.
Yes.
Ah,
Although I will set the standards of whether or not you are worthy with a riddle.
Okay.
What do you call a flaming horse falling through the sky?
An idiot.
Napalm.
Hey.
Ha, 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 ha,
That's more of a joke than a riddle.
Yeah,
No,
I knew
you
it was
are
just going to be a
laughing.
pun.
Yeah.
Very well. We shall away. Out of my way, peasants! And she just sort of tumbles through all of...
Durr is
through-
very lucky we haven't had a long rest.
We just tumble past everybody and just drop off the cliff.
See, this is how you do it. Out of my way, peasants.
Durr is
Anyone
very lucky
from the
I don't have any high level spell slots left.
Mhm.
Because even if you put yourself to a 1,000-pound creature, I could just fling him with Whirlwind.
Yep. Is that why you picked it, so you could catapult people? Okay.
That'll be the first time you ever casted a different spell, I think. I want to see you cast Whirlwind. Do it now.
I can't. I need to sleep.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay.
And if it helps, I've successfully flung Morella into a wall.
That was a one-off.
I think I
What?
flung someone else as well. I flung some
How-
fireballs as well. I
Can I
flung
cast
the
just-
flaming beady bracelet thingy at somebody from a distance with catapult.
Would reverse gravity work on just one person? I can just send toward them to the moon.
Do you know what's hilarious? I nearly picked that spell, and then I thought Daz probably picked it, so I want to pick something different.
I get to
I think
change
it has
mine.
a
That's the
height.
beauty of it.
Oh, I do have draconic forming thing as well. I can turn into I've got dragon wings and stuff if I want to. Just haven't used it.
That'll be good for your husband later. You could both be the same size.
He's not my husband. He's the living dragon. That's the difference.
Fiance,
I was worried
okay.
it'd split you in two otherwise.
This is Tordum. I know they can't see it, but this is Tordum to everybody.
Yeah, Tom's giving you the finger. All right. So now that the streets are cleared, you step into like the downward teleportation thing that has the sign. Please do not lick the pillars, and you get
What do the
blasted.
pillars actually taste like, Duh? I heard you licked them.
Find out. It's a secret. I'm a part of
Yeah.
the group now. You need to be either in it or out that group. I can't.
No,
I
I'm
think
good.
he's gonna tell you his secrets when you're gonna marry the dragon.
No.
Well, if you don't marry the dragon, then you have to lick it to find out for yourself.
No, I'm not marrying the dragon. You wanted the dragon to guard the keep, so just think of it this way: if I wasn't getting the dragon to do half this stuff by essentially bribing it by promising to marrying it, you'd be screwed because it'd probably be trying to eat you.
Just out of interest, Trin, where do you stand on this?
Neutral. I don't know.
She's the mature one in the group. That's just like, what is everyone doing?
Okay, so you managed to make your way down to ground level, and are you just heading straight for the main event, or are you going somewhere else before?
I don't think there's anyone
Mark,
else.
yeah,
You
Mark,
you
yeah.
alphas have anticipating the keep being in a state of disrepair. Do you want to, get some trainee recruits, some people who might want to lend their hand to, establishing a nice keep for the
That
for the
is a
alphas?
good shout.
I mean, Otley is a smith, carpenter, and mason, so he can work with metal, wood, and stone.
But you're
Yeah,
only
honey,
one.
it's a castle.
So he is only
You're
one
only
man,
one
but he
man.
might.
No wardrobe.
I imagine he might know people though.
Mm.
At least have a chain of contacts of like people he could be like, oh, maybe I could see if we can get some proper dwarf carpenters. The sturdiest dwarven stone. On those
Excuse me.
repairs.
Which is the
Why
perfect,
should
which is the
this
perfect place to look for it in the high elven, land.
Yeah, no, we're not going to find any good quality craftsmanship here.
And
That's
if they
fine.
just
There's
walk past
loudly
the
and
carpenter,
proudly in
just like
all of the craftsmen.
All right,
I mean, this stuff's nice if you like that kind of thing, But
right. So where are you guys heading, or are you just going to go straight to the main event?
Mark,
What's the main
Mark,
event again? The health potions.
Yes?
yeah, everyone wanted to pick up their health potions.
I also had some armor in the shop opposite that he was going to cast a spell into for me.
Yes, I can't remember what that was, unfortunately. Do you?
Yeah, it was adamantium armor
Ooh.
that I could wear, and we were going to see how high a level of spell I was willing to try and cast into it. I don't remember the rules you set.
Right. I'll be honest, I've completely forgotten. So, what we can do, I can find my notes on the subject and then sort of come back to you in between sessions, and we can.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll retro. Yeah, we'll read. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
on that note,
Would Derby
What
mentioning that
the-
he's picking that up?
Yeah,
Otley will look very pleased since dwarves are known to work with adamantine, and he approves.
There's a lion geezer in here, a big lion face. He's sick. Only cost me 4 gold as well. It didn't. Can't count.
I was going to say, I don't think it did.
All right then. So you're picking up the health potions first, yeah?
Yep.
All right. So you head inside, and the usual just sort of like sauna of hot steam and the smell of spices and the sort of typical Indian sitar walking chord just plays as you enter, and you can see the halfling shopkeeper just sitting on a chair, just smoking a pipe, and just looking really vacantly at you.
Hi.
Yes.
Potions, please.
We're here for a pickup.
He's just simply staring out into space at this point.
I'm just going to shout the dragonflies. Can we have our potions back now, please?
Sir?
So as you shout this, some of the insects come buzzing over to you, but you are unable to sort of differentiate between what they're saying and or anything else because you don't have Speak with Animals cast.
Oh, I think what I need to do needs to be done. I think can I just check behind the counter if there's a crate like last time with our name on it?
Yes. The halfling just says absently.
Right. I hope there's something good enough for me to be in that state as well.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, so what's behind the counter? Is there a part of all of the dragonflies?
Yes. Yes. So you just wander through the mists, as it were, and look behind the desk, and there is a crate, but that just simply says people who did not leave their name.
Oh.
That's us.
Sounds like us, guys.
Does it have healing potions inside?
Yes, there's 1 superior healing and then 5 greater healing.
Okay.
We pay for that. I'm sure we did, right?
Sure.
Sure. Let's just go. Say bye. Let's go.
Okay, so where are these health potions going?
In
To
the
the
bed.
beard.
I'll put him in the beard.
Because there's 1 superior
No.
and 5 greater.
Maybe it's better if just everyone just takes 1.
Yes. I think I'm gonna do that. 1 greater.
They don't need them. There's already got 1. I
I'm
stole a
gonna grab
superior
1.
1 last time I was here.
Which one do you want to?
I'll have a superior healing.
Okay, so that calls dibs on superior. Is anyone counteracting that?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Alright.
I can heal pretty good, so I think I'm probably fine. Maybe Otley wants a chunky one.
I don't mind.
Well, my thinking was I'll hold on to it and then I can throw it to you if you need it in a fight.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, she can fly with the broom if it's
Because you
something
don't.
you
Well,
just...
if you go down, you need to drink it. You kind of don't really want me rooting for your pockets, do you? I mean, I'm quite happy to root for your pockets, but I can't promise I won't steal stuff.
Your first thought is when someone goes down, you're going to root through their pockets.
That's what I'm saying. If I carry it,
His pockets into his beard.
I said if I carry it, then I'm not going to be rooting for your pockets trying to find it to give it to whoever needs it at the time.
All right then, yeah, good, plausible.
All right then. So, are you going to leave money for this, or are you?
We already paid, didn't we?
Nope.
I thought we paid at the beginning.
Well, I think they were already paid, so no.
I'm pretty sure in 99% of cases we paid in advance.
May have done, to be honest. I can't remember. But
So, is going to put his hand in his beard and pull out a gem. Can someone roll a d6 for me?
No.
Oh, no.
Roll a d6 for you. 3.
It's 10,000 gold diamond he leaves on the side and walks out.
No.
Is that all
If
you're
you don't
saying,
shove it
or are
back
you?
in your mouth,
Oh no, it's a 5,000 gold. Sorry, I had two 5,000s, and it just adds up the price at the end. So it's a 5,000 gold diamond. I've just put
Yeah,
on the
you're
side.
still not leaving that.
If someone can watch me, well, you might have seen me do it, but that is literally Doge just going to put it down in his beer, take it out, put it on the side, and leave.
We're just gonna pick it up. We already paid, duh. Why are you leaving gems everywhere?
Oh no, don't talk to me about it.
So
Alright.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket then. If he's not gonna take it, I'm gonna put it in my pocket as well.
yeah, pocket it. All right.
Okay then. So with that, sort of going around, are you pocketing diamond?
Yes, I just said it's in my pocket.
Are you adding it to your inventory? Am I?
You can add it to my inventory.
Okay. So with that, you head into the main event.
What is the main event? Sorry.
This shop.
That's the name of the shop.
Oh. Yeah.
The shop that has your armor.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you work out those details, and I'll touch base with you later on in the week about that.
Literally.
Okay, so so if you guys want to offload any of your weapons or armor, this is the place to do it.
I'm good.
I've got a list. I have 2 daggers plus 3. A silver glaive. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Okay, so
Two
sorry,
daggers.
2 plus 3 daggers.
2 plus 3 daggers.
Yep. What was the other one?
Silver glaive. What the fuck it is? That's it. Silver glaive.
Silver glaive. Yep.
Yeah, and there's I have a set of pluses for Eyes of Charming that I never end up abusing, probably just once. What I would like to get rid of as well.
Okay, so in terms of the 2 daggers, you give them to the male lion, who very lazily puts like a little monocle in his eye and goes over them. And for one, he'll give you 1,500, and the other he'll give you 1,600. For the glaive,
Are they both like 2 pairs, like 2 similar, or they're both completely opposite?
they're very different styles, very different decorations.
Okay.
Okay, and then the glaive he'll do for 150.
Sold.
Okay, so 1,500 plus 1,600 plus 150. So it's 31,150.
Beautiful.
And
What about-
and in the typical sort of Min Sepidas fashion, he'll do that in credit.
Credit.
Yeah, the golden bird and flying that to your bank account.
Oh. Fine.
Plus 88,800. So you now have 119,950 gold in your account.
Beauty. Browsing through, is that the same place? Yes. Browsing through the armors sections.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have anything in particular on sale today?
Not necessarily on sale, but if you pick something out and you like the look of it, then he'll open negotiations with you. But the majority of what he's got here appears to be sort of plate armor in particular, or chainmail.
Well, I was looking something for my needs.
Your niece.
For my needs, like medium armor. I can't, bro.
not your knees.
So medium
No.
armor, did you say?
Yeah, any medium armor, something noise.
So he thinks about this for a moment, and then
Even if it's just like an upgrade of what I have right now, I will not mind that too.
what do you currently have? That
I have a mithril half plate.
Best you're gonna get.
yeah, I think so.
Mm,
I think that's what mine was actually. It was mithril, not adamantium.
Maybe. Yeah, half plate's the best medium armor that you can get.
how
Anything-
do I get the pluses? How do I enchant?
Okay, so the pluses in my games aren't magical enchantments; they're the crafting upgrades that you can apply to them. So in this particular case, he put to get a +1, you basically need to just find anybody who's proficient in smithing, and they'll be able to upgrade it.
I can do that.
But to get a +2, you will need to find somebody who's particularly masterful or somebody who's proficient and they roll to see if they can make it better. And then a +3, you would need to find a legendary smith of some sort.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Maybe we can recruit a blacksmith for the keep.
Well, one of our companions already are blacksmith.
Yeah, but he's only half a man. We need, a full-time
Hold up.
blacksmith.
And it didn't came from my mouth. That's it.
You know what? I will happily smith anyone here, except for that comment. Until you apologise.
What did I say? Did I say something wrong? Oh
You
dear.
said everything wrong.
But then in terms of like your adamantine shield, if you wanted to upgrade that, you would need to find somebody who specifically does adamantium work.
Okay.
And that goes for the katanas as well.
Would Otley not know that as a dwarf?
No, you would. Adamantine is adamantine. So
There you go.
different melting points and various other things.
Yeah, I don't know what the lore about it you use on your world.
To be honest, neither do I. But mithril, adamantine, and silver, you basically need specialist people for. And then you would also need somebody to smith a magical weapon or item that you need to attune to as well, like an arcane smith.
Mm.
So he just like yawns really heavily and stretches out and says, "So, is there anything else?"
If one of us had the spell Legend Lore, we might be able to find out who made those katanas, and then go and find them, and then get them to be our full-time smithy.
So you came in really distantly there.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking, how can we find out? Like, how can we find an expert smith? If we have like a really special item, which we've all got a pretty significantly cool item, if you've got Legend Lore, it'll tell us who made it. Possibly.
This is something that you could very well investigate, and you can ask around, go to a library, see if you can find a book on adamantine smithing, find someone in particular. But Otley would basically know that the main place to look for that would be Motley Heston, because they actually have adamantine mines there, so they're probably going to be the best people to look for in terms of adamantine craftsmanship.
Yeah, fair. It's also not the most pressing matter. Don't we have like a whole forest of elves dying at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We're
a
going
house.
to check out our new house.
And a demon
a hell
portal.
gate's open somewhere as well.
And a Hellgate. And Vecna
Yeah, that's the
waiting
way.
for us.
Mate,
somewhere
there's
as well.
always something.
That's true. If we were
Yeah,
10
there's
minutes
bloody
later, Bahamut would have been fucked up, by the way.
Yep.
It was foretold.
Luckily, we're not taking our time. Huh?
He was fine. It was foretold. I'm sure he would have hurried things along if we were delayed.
Yeah, that's like.
Alright.
Yeah, but I mean, if you guys had basically said, okay, thanks for these potions, just left, then...
Yeah. We would have just been down the bottom watching the skies erupt.
What's going on out there?
I'm sure it's somebody else's problem.
Yeah, none of our business. Keep going.
Turns out I could prepare legend lore if required, if we did want to do that.
I just love it. It's just a cool spell, and any opportunity we get to use it, it's just cool.
It is a pretty cool spell, to be fair.
Right, so...
Alright. I'm done if anybody needs to do anything else, by the way.
No, I'm good.
Trin, do you need to do anything?
As far as I'm aware, I don't think so.
Alright then, so... But, didn't somebody want to try and find some carpenters or anything like that?
Well, I think we settled on these elven carpenters are no good here. They don't know what they're doing. So we'll...
Yeah, clueless, mate, yeah. They make all of those fancy carvings, but there's, you know what? A stiff breeze will knock that over. There's no toughness to it, you know what I mean?
We want some hardy...
It's a castle. We're not meant to look pretty, it's got to be strong.
So we're on the lookout for dwarven masons.
The one. Yeah.
Well, let's
Probably Motley
let,
Heston
let's
or
have a look at the
my
keep
homeland
first.
is probably the best bet.
Yeah, I guess.
So as you sort of exit the shop and sort of discussing this, you walk into what appears to be a dwarf dressed up in a chef's outfit.
Ooh.
And she basically says to you, I hear you be looking for dwarven craftsmanship.
We do.
Well, they're not builders, but you may want to try. And she points at this building with blacked out windows and a sign that says Frank's Strippers, and then another sign beneath it that says all strippers will be appropriately dressed.
That's
I'm
stripping.
good.
But what if it's Frank's paint strippers? Like, home renovations.
And then she eventually just adjusts her hat and says, "There's only one way to find out." And she just sort of walks off.
That's not scary.
Feel like that could have been Frank in disguise.
It probably was.
At which point Frank then appears next to you, but he's on his knees and he says, "Yes, darling, I am perfectly dwarf compatible."
Why did you say his name?
Frank, have you got any relation to Frank's strippers next door?
Unfortunately, no, darling. It's something that's it's been a major irritant to me because it now means that I can't open a franchise.
I didn't think you were allowed to open a franchise anyway.
They're using your name.
Yes, but unfortunately, darling, I precede copyright dates, which way disappears.
Very good. Okay, well, I mean, we should just poke our nose in Frank's strippers next door, just in case there's a bunch of burly dwarves in there looking for some work.
Yeah, said the priest.
Okay, so who are you sacrificing through the door? I mean, sending through the door.
I don't mind going in.
All right, so Revi enters. Is anyone going in with him?
I guess we all are.
Hayden's got my back.
I am very
I'm
happy.
going.
Drag Dur along.
Oh, no, Dur's not going in.
Dur's getting dragged in, sorry.
Strength saving throw,
He's
please.
gonna do the pug thing where it goes dead on the floor.
Yeah, he's gonna increase his mass again. Rolled a natural 19.
Okay, so you need to. Is that plus your strength?
+1.
Okay, so you need to be 20.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to beat 20. I think my strength's like shit. Yeah, I got a -1 to strength. So is there much point in me rolling? Because I can't even get a natural.
Give it a go.
Got 12.
Yep. So unfortunately, you aren't able to drag Dur along. Onyx, are you braving Frank's strippers?
God, how many of us are going in?
3 so far.
Well, I was trying to make everyone go in, but Dur's being awkward.
I just, don't want to see naked Franks. We see him.
I don't think it's full of naked Franks.
We've got no idea what could be inside.
But
Yes.
do you even know what a stripper is? Do you know what in this society a stripper is?
No, I thought it was someone who would take the skin off your back.
That's the point.
If you walk in and see a naked stripper, they're not doing their jobs because, what would you pay for, right?
Yeah, that's not a stripper. That's a stripped.
Aye.
So Onyx, are you braving the threshold?
As Frank said, it's not associated with him. So I'm going to be big and brave and pray for the best. If I even detect something that is remotely suspicious, I'm leaving.
And finally, Barricas, are you going in?
I guess if everybody's going in, I guess can be outside, right?
Yes, if you go in, you all go in together.
Yeah, they'll go in as well if everyone is. He's got FOMO.
Okay, so you step inside, and a little bell dings as the door opens and closes, and from a desk, an incredibly bored-looking dwarf just suddenly jerks up and goes, "Ah, a customer! Multiple customers!" And he comes rushing over to you, shaking all of your hands. "Welcome, welcome, welcome! I am Frank Greychest, decorator extraordinaire."
Otley's going to give him a dwarven handshake, and he's going to be like, "We've actually met."
Oh,
Same
yes.
time I met these guys for the first time, actually, down in I forget the place's name.
Yes. I thought that was a dream, brought upon by a lack of alcohol. Rest assured, my friend, I remedied that immediately upon my return.
Wait. We met those guys already. The one on the back. Well,
Ah, yes. These are my strippers. Wallpaper strippers, to be precise.
movie strippers. That is my dream. My wet dream.
You wet dream about stripping wallpapers.
Yes, it's a very
Strange.
vigorous...
Yeah, of course.
It's a very vigorous and hip-orientated endeavor, my friend.
God.
Yeah, you got to get it nice and steamy, you know.
You have to get it wet before you strip it off, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the one.
You have to apply the appropriate amount of lubricants and such things.
Wow, you do know a lot about stripping, Frank.
Yes, I do. I am an expert at stripping. And rest assured, we strip only for expertise. But come. He brings you over to the desk. The strippers, on the other hand, they seem to be getting all of the jokes that he isn't, and are very much posing and basically doing a miniature show of Magic Mike as you guys approach, particularly for Onyx.
Aww.
Aww.
Why me? Everyone else will appreciate it more, I can assure you. Aw.
Yes, but yes, business has been most strife. Not many people come in here.
Well, Frank,
That is because they're all elves and they don't appreciate the beautiful craftsmanship of dwarves. And you know what? Shame on them.
Yes, exactly. That's why I blacked out the windows, so that those pesky elves can poke their noses and their ears through the windows and see my craftsmanship.
Exactly. They don't have the worthiness to see such beautiful craftsmanship.
Unhand
Or
my
your-
stripper, you!
Yeah, you can't stand at the window and get a free show at a stripper. That's just not. You got to pay.
Exactly. But then I lost business because of that. And then I had hordes and hordes of horny people coming in and demanding a free show. So that's why I set up that sign, saying that my strippers only dress accordingly.
Yeah.
Sadly, it didn't work.
Mm.
So you don't get any more horny
marketing
people then.
advisor.
And so, what can I do for you?
Frank, we might need your services. On,
Indeed. Are we talking? Are we talking for a single event, or are you more long term?
we've got quite a large contract that we think potentially that we might need you and your men's services.
Yes,
Got a
you need men.
large team
I have
of,
plenty of men to offer.
we might need a lot of men. Need a lot of men. It's a big job.
When you say job, is it a job that you need 2 hands for, or something much more?
This is going to be a full body exercise.
God.
This is going to need everything that your boys have got, I think.
Excellent.
Do you get your hands dirty as well, Frank? Or
Sometimes, like, if you need to apply a little bit of spit here and there, but mostly I just watch. I observe, I supervise, and direct.
Oh my god. I can't do this.
my friend Otley insists that dwarven handiwork is the only way to go.
Yes,
I
We're
respect-
known for being good with our hands. Thank you very much, Revy.
yes. Whenever you have a choice between an elf and a 500-pound dwarf, you always pick the dwarf. It really gives you
Yeah,
something
their
to
hands
hold
are
on
too
to,
small.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Though I think I
Okay.
can see over there that your ranger is somewhat broken. Do you require a pat on the back, ranger?
Can I get up on the back, please?
get up on the. You need a lift. Have you fallen over?
No, I'm okay. I'm good. Thank you. I'm just gonna have to stand outside for a few minutes to, get some air.
Very well. One of my strippers will go out and pay and give you proper attending to.
Oh god. It's quite alright, thank you.
No, I insist. He seems rather happy to be with you.
Oh. Okay. I'll just walk out if someone follows me. Oh god, save me.
Hey Frank, how does your diary look, Frank, for the future? Do you have what's your availability?
My availability is completely open. You might call slaggish, as we say in Dwarvish.
Okay.
So talking business,
Yes, for one never mixes business with pleasure.
true. How do you get charged? Do you get charged by job? Do you get charged by location, room, size? I know the size doesn't matter, but talking business here.
You are correct. Everything that you have just said applies. Time, labor, materials, distance traveled, and of course, weather conditions.
Right.
What about pets?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Can I
Define.
tell if he's a mountain dwarf or a hill dwarf?
He's a mountain dwarf.
Oh, that explains that. Don't like being outside, working in all weather. You mountain dwarves.
Rather large creatures, but may or may not eat people.
Sorry, who eats people?
We have
Oh,
pets,
dragon
don't
dog.
forget. We have a snake.
Yes.
We have a kraken. We have
Wait, we have a kraken?
a kraken.
Why am I only just hearing this? That's not something you just drop in casual conversation.
Yeah, we have a baby kraken. How did I'm the only one that remembers we have a baby kraken? It
No.
hugged Kashan and Morela. It chased us around and we thought it wanted to kill us, and it turned out it just wanted a hug.
Sweet.
That can guard our coast, and the dragon will guard the skies.
We have a snake as well, and we have a unicorn.
Yeah,
Was it
you have
the wyvern, the one-footed wyvern?
three-legged wyvern, yeah. Well,
3 legs, you say?
One of his legs got bitten off before we found it, and we saved it, so it decided to come live with us.
are these creatures trained? The sort of thing that would snap up a muscular man on a whim?
I'm metagamingly looking at the DM here.
Hello.
I don't remember where they train.
Okay, so they are trained in that if you were to give them a command, they would most likely follow it. Whether or not they would eat somebody who provokes them or pisses them off is another matter.
I quote all that to him.
And so, very well, that would include hazard pay. You must understand. I must keep my strippers safe from the clutches of those who would devour them.
But they kind of shouldn't provoke them then.
Tell you what, we need to go and assess the site anyway. We might write to you or send correspondence somehow in the coming days or weeks and engage with services. How about that? Maybe you come out and have a look with some of your boys.
Yes.
Men?
I'll take my boys on a road trip.
Yeah.
A tour, if you might say.
Lads on tour.
Might stop off on a couple of inns and taverns on the way.
You know, we're not paying travel. That's on you.
Of course.
Yeah, we're not paying your expenses, mate.
Yeah.
Of course not. But in terms of getting the resources needed from wherever they need to come from to the location of the keep, that is something that you will have to pay for.
It's right. We've got a pet dragon as well. They can fly it for us.
Even better. For what else would be better than putting several semi-naked men on top of a dragon and flying them across the land?
Ask the dragon.
But this is what it effectively comes down to. Typically, the upgrading of the renovation of a keep from, shall we say, the worst case scenario will start at 50,000 gold. Other expenses will add, say, 100 gold pieces per day. And then all of that will be affected by the size of the keep, how much work needs to be done, and the availability of goods.
So maybe we need to go and look at the keep first.
Of course, when we arrive, it won't be a case of we arrive and the next day it's done. Things take time, you must understand. And the longer time that you apply to that contract is time that would save you in the long run. A fast job will take up more money, for I must hire more men to do the heavy lifting, you must understand. But if an adequate timetable is provided, then we'll be able to lower those expenses.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take your time with these things, you know.
Yes, give you a long show, as it were.
Exactly.
We don't want to reach our peak too quickly.
Let's see. I hadn't
Erecting a
considered this angle.
fortress is something that requires long work.
I see.
Can I get an insight check from you, Revi?
Yes. Ooh. Nat 20 for 30.
Okay. So You're hearing him say this, and you're not picking up any sign whatsoever that he's making any innuendos at all. Like, he literally believes in what he's saying is the way that you say things.
Hmm.
Whereas Barricas, in your upside-down capacity, you are picking up that all of the strippers know exactly what he's talking about, and is making every effort to turn it into something suggestive.
Maybe this guy
What?
was raised by Frank.
Is it not true?
Completely unrelated, Frank, I'm assured. Coincidence only.
Otley is very well aware that that when we were Otley first met Frank, that Frank the dwarf showed up, and they apparently didn't. He was like, "Oh, I've never seen this one before." So they may or may not be related. They just don't know it.
Gonna find out who Frank's mother is. Okay, well, that sounds like we've struck an accord. We can leave a small sum now to retain your works, and we'll invite you down once we've got a lay of the land, and we can talk about costs then. How about that?
Very well. Typically, I do a deposit of 20%. We'll go with the ballpark figure of 50,000 before any measurements and whatnot are taken, and then that deposit will be deducted from the total cost.
Is anyone? Oh no, it's our warlock who's got exceedingly good charisma.
He seems a bit tied up at the minute.
He does seem who's second best on charisma here. Anyone want to try negotiating with this grey chest?
I am not very good at charisma.
If,
I'm not typically, but could I get a bonus if I do it and it's a dwarf? Dwarf the dwarf.
Do you know if it's a good price or not? Do you know how much work costs?
Got no idea.
I imagine Otley would, to be fair, because
I've
he
got high
lives in.
intelligence score, but not very good in talent.
Yeah, so can I basically just get you to roll a d20 plus your proficiency, Oddly?
No problem. Yeah, I was just thinking because I have the guild artisan background and everything.
Yeah.
Did you say a D20?
D20 plus your proficiency.
There's a 13 plus 5,
Okay.
so
So
18.
So you are aware that the 50k that he's put out is pretty much like the worst case scenario. So like this, if you're asking him to basically rebuild the keep from ruin, then that's more or less how much it would cost, just purely for the job, with the materials being on top of that. So he's basically given you the worst case scenario price. But if it then turns out that the keep is relatively okay, then he would be ripping you off in that regard.
Yeah, I suggest that we don't pay nothing yet. I suggest that we just exploring the water, understanding what's the prices around and who's asking for what, and trying to understand what the keep needs as well. I'll say to leave everything as it is. I'm more than sure that we can communicate through letters, birds, and then pick up from that. That's my suggestion.
Can I tell if he's a member of Craftsman Guild?
Yeah, give me insight with advantage.
I get advantage anyway. 14.
Okay. But you can't see any particular sign that he is part of a guild. Like, he doesn't have like any certificates on his wall that say member of the guild since whenever. He doesn't seem to have any of that. But the fact that he's got this shop in was effectively the 1%er aspect of the lower levels means that he probably has some level of credentials.
Okay.
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 So where are you guys gonna go with that?
I think we can leave him. You never know. We might bump into another bunch of traveling dwarves. So we'll thank him for his time and Foxtrot Oscar. What do you say?
Yep. We're leaving Barracras here to play with the strippers.
For as much as I love to, I don't know what to say.
That's okay. Onyx can take his place.
Huh? What? No, please, please no.
Okay. So meanwhile, Onyx, while you are outside with the stripper, slowly breaking down from all the innuendos, he's decided to give you a shoulder rub if you allow him.
Sure.
And then Frank's gonna turn up all jealous, like, or something. No, like.
Oh god.
Haven't you just got that new thing that makes you just disappear whenever you want?
Yes, but like he's directly looking at me, and I'm like right in the open in broad daylight. I don't think it's that Skyrim-esque. If it is, then I
I'm
might
gonna
try.
just walk out and go, "Hey, Onyx, do you want to swap places with Barracas?"
No, please, no.
No, but
Good.
I'm hoping the guy will turn and look at me, so he's not looking at you anymore.
Well, basically, just reading it, it says you can use the hide action as a bonus action on your turn. Also, you can't be tracked by non-magical means unless you choose to leave a trail. So, as far as I'm concerned, you do literally just disappear until you stop hiding.
You just sort of tell him to close his eyes for a minute. You're going to play a game, and then run.
Close your eyes, put out your tongue.
Yeah,
disappear.
you know what? Maybe. Jesus.
Got a magic trick to show you, but you got to close your eyes first.
Oh no, my massive muscles are obscuring my vision.
Oh no.
He sneezes and closes his eyes because a feather in a hat's tickling his nose.
Anything that works so I can get away. Perfect.
Okay, so is that you guys done here? Or do you want to leave? Or do you want to give Onyx another 5 minutes?
No, please, let's go.
Otley will come and save the day.
Going on right here.
Alright then.
Stripper boy, they need your help in there. Apparently, it's a 4-man job.
I shall rush with all expediency, but not too quickly. So he winks and just leaves.
As you should.
Okay, so where are you guys going now?
I think it's.
Oh, world.
Running.
Do we want to save the elves that are burning, or the demon gate, the hell gate?
I think that we had to fly over that gate to get to the elves, and I think from when we did the scrying, and I think it was like they could probably hold off for a bit, but we are flying over it, so if there's any change when we're flying over, we could always stop. I think everyone wanted to do the elf thing first.
I think I remember they were like in peril when we looked, and that was. I mean, it was probably only like 6 hours ago, wasn't it? In game.
Well, apparently we've been in this world. We were in the Dragon Realm for 7 hours.
Yeah, so you spent an hour in the Draken Realm, which translated to 7 hours here. So it has pretty much been like a full 24 hours since you did the scry.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, we should probably, as we're flying over, we could at least take another look at it, and if they look like they've kind of got it covered, then we can just ignore them.
Don't worry, guys, we got this.
Reinforcements are here, flying over.
No, where are they going? Okay.
We should probably check in on them. How about that?
Yeah, we can check on them on the way to the elves.
Yeah.
There's no point flying past them and then having to come back anyway.
All right then. So, are you heading to an inn for somewhere to rest up, or are you going to try and head over to your keep?
We
Do
could
you
just
guys
fly
need
there
to
now,
rest?
yeah,
Do you not feel energized from our trip to the astral plane?
I need to rest. I have no decent spell levels left.
I feel full of energy, but if you need to rest,
I need spell slots.
Well, what if you nap on the way there?
And are you offering to carry me?
If I have to, sure.
Fine. If we're all walking, I'm napping. They're carrying me.
We're definitely not walking. We can all just fly there in.
If
Well,
you
that was
turn
my
me into a
thought, is,
cloud
yeah, we
dirt,
gotta-
I will slap you.
If I what?
If you turn me into a cloud again, I will slap you.
That's all right. You can walk.
I was thinking that isn't that green dragon just going to get ready and then he's going to be on his way there anyway?
Are we even going to the keep or not, or what? I'm confused.
I mean, I'm sure the elves will be fine, right? We should go and look at some quality real estate.
I think we need to rest. Apparently, rest anyway. We go to check out the keep, rest at the keep because it's our new digs, and then we just head off in the morning. And then we deal with the demon portal on the way to the elves.
That sounds like a plan
Solid.
to me.
All right then. So, okay. So you guys are at the capital, and Michele is drawn out where the,
Keepers.
or is that Hayden who did that?
I didn't do that, no.
Yeah, the
No,
screen
it's my
photo is
artist.
red, and the difference between red and pink pretty much negligible, so I can't actually tell. So,
What?
It's my art skills, guys. Okay.
okay. So you do have a little bit of a trek. It's about just over 25 miles to get there. So, I mean, you guys probably could walk there in a good few hours, or you could
Easy to fly
you
right
could go
across
there
it.
via magic.
Yeah, magic sounds cool.
Okay, so who would like to do what to magic you guys over there?
I can just turn into a giant thing, and you can all just get on my back, and I'll fly us. I know Tordum.
Yeah, I mean,
she's got a carpet, so she can just float on that.
I could run on lightning, but only for like one turn, so I don't think it's enough to get me there.
that's badass. Lightning moves real fast, though, right?
Yeah, but it's really fast for like 6 seconds, and then I can't do it anymore.
Though I have to say, if a lightning bolt was heading straight towards you and took 6 seconds to get there, that gives you enough time to realise just how fucked you are. And then,
Well,
Yeah.
towards, yeah, within the turn, innit?
I'll hop on there. No worries.
all right,
Yeah,
so
you will.
okay, so Markov, are you polymorphing or wild shaping?
Oh, wild shape into a Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay, right. So you fly over, and the first thing that you sort of realise is that there's no direct roads to where your keep is. There are dirt roads, but it's nothing like the paved marble roads that the main highways run on. So, but if this is something that you wanted to rectify, that would need to be a sort of another expense that you would need to pay out.
I'm more than sure we can call out for some favors.
I mean, are we having visitors often?
No,
Yeah.
but it looks good.
Okay.
It looks like there's a place to go. I mean, I could just put a tree in the middle, and we could always just teleport into the tree.
That'd be a good idea. Oh, there's already trees there. Look.
Easy.
Oh, about the tree, I have a seed of a tree as well that we can plant in here, so we can always come back. Oh wait, no, it doesn't work like that.
No, that's exactly how it works.
No, it doesn't.
The seed that you were given was of a very particular tree, and there's a tree of its kind in the Viking realm, and also for some reason in Waterdeep on the on Sword Coast. So if you were to then plant it and allowed it to grow to the point that you could walk through whatever sort of portal it generated, you could then travel between those.
That'd be cool. That's like where my home is. We could. Can we like plant that? That'd be sick.
Yeah, that was the whole idea. I was keeping it to plant it on the ship, but I think a castle is better than that.
Yeah, because like that. Not only that, we've got this castle. I mean, one day I want to go home and like retake my homeland and everything. And I'll be able to like come and go. You know what I mean? We could just like rock up there.
Yeah, man, that's the plan.
We can let it grow for a bit while we're helping out the elves.
Okay, so...
And then while we're there, we can get druids to come back with us, plant growth it, make the tree grow really quick.
Easy.
Game plan.
Okay, so as you are approaching where the keep is, the sun is setting off in the distance as afternoon turns to evening, and you get this brilliant picture of the keep itself just bathed in setting sunlight.
Ooh.
If you want to have a look at Discord.
Oh.
I like it.
And so as you approach the bridge and dismount, and Tordum suddenly stays on her carpet, you can see that the keep is on its own island, and there's a singular bridge which links it to what would effectively be the mainland. You can see that there are a number of buildings dotted around the area, and then you have the keep itself behind like a designated wall. So this is specifically what you would refer to as a Motte and Bailey, in terms of like fort size, which is like one of the smallest ones, but it is an actual fortress.
Estos mata.
Okay, so as I take it you guys are going across the bridge?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can I, with my expert carpentry knowledge, tell that the bridge isn't going to fall apart when we walk on it?
The bridge is
Like,
the bridge is made out of pure stone, like very solid stone,
Okay.
not necessarily.
Basically, then.
It's got like wooden planking on it to then sort of like create a surface to walk on. But other than that, it is a stone bridge, so it is stable. You can tell it's very old, but other than that, it is stable.
Oh, I think I have an ability for that actually as a dwarf. Where's my species traits? Whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, I'm considered proficient in history and I get double check. Can I tell how old it is?
Sure. Roll your history check.
And then it's double proficiency, so that's a 19 plus 10, so that's a 29.
Okay. You can sort of tell it's about 120 years old.
That's not bad. Does the castle look like a similar age or older?
I'll just use that same roll. This is 560 years old.
Okay, so the bridge is more recently repaired, but that's a good sign.
But then
So we might not have to worry about the bridge. We just got to fix the castle and the roads.
But then the buildings just generally around them, which are made out of wood, they're much more recent. So
Okay.
this building, this one, this one, this one, this one, and 2 mills, they're very recent.
Is going to fly as the Quetzalcoatlus real low to the buildings and squawk real hard at them and fly around and squawk to see if anything like runs out.
Okay.
If you get shot out the sky.
Hidden in it. It's alright, man. I'm Darwin. I can't die.
Okay, can I get an intimidation check from you, please?
Oh, that's a natural 6. Guidance is a +2, and then intimidation. So that's 8 plus 2 for a 10.
Okay, so people do come out of the buildings, and as you sort of like fly along, you can see that there's a guy in red robes simply sitting down, and he sort of looks up at you. He's not necessarily scared of you, but you do sort of wake him up from his reverie. And so, but you can see that there's a group of people running out of this building and the various sort of tents and wagon vans and stuff that are dotted around it. People will come rushing out and looking up at you. And then from where they are, they see you guys on the other side of the bridge.
Otley will walk across, and then when he's close enough, he'll be like, "Behold, your new masters are here."
Okay. As you step onto the bridge, can I get a dexterity saving throw from you, please?
God damn, I thought it was meant to be sturdy.
You roll a 29.
I rolled a 29 to see how old it is and how sturdy it is, and apparently I still... The stonework's really, really, really good. The woodwork is shit. Those bloody elves are
The
telling you.
dynamite strapped to the bottom of it, though.
Yeah, no, I can tell how old it is. It's just the quality is elven, and that means crap.
So what did you get?
13.
Okay, so knowing that it's not dwarven made, you very tentatively step onto like one of the wood beams, and the wood beam just sort of shifts from underneath you, and it's like, God damn it, I knew it! And then you sort of like tiptoe across the bridge, stepping as lightly as you can.
Yeah. I use my carpentry knowledge to make sure I don't step on the shit planks.
Okay, are the rest of you following him?
Yep. They have
Yes, sir.
Carefully.
Yeah,
All at once.
yeah, exactly where I step.
Yeah.
For some reason, Revi isn't on the...
board.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go. Carefully.
Alright then. Onyx, are you going?
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. if she has to. She's still traumatized from the strippers.
Yeah, I'm really trying to just cope right now.
Don't worry, they'll
Yeah.
be here
In
soon.
her mind, she's
No.
like, I swear to God, if the strippers show up.
Just like in the back of your mind, you can just hear like Magic Mike music.
No, please, no. It haunts me.
Right, so the guy in
We'll
red
get
robes is
two
making
walls
his way
there.
down the hill towards you. But before he like gets there, all of these people who are dressed in various bardic attires and have a very Celtic orientation about them, they all come over and sort of stand in front of you in a sort of formation, with the drummers up front, the bagpipe players behind them, and then the violinists and guitar players at the back. And you hear the clerk just going, no, 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 me first. He just sort of pushes through all of them. Is open. Greetings. I take it you are the Alphas.
Hi.
Sort of. I mean, not really. Me. But
These guys are.
Yes, we are.
Excellent. I take it you have the deed to verify that.
I'm good.
And who are you?
I am the administrator of this estate while it is still in the custody of the Office of Property Management, and in the name of His Majesty the Dragon King. Who are you?
Should I just call you administrator, or do you also have a name?
My name is Keith, the administrator. My family had relatively low hopes for me, it seems.
Yeah, the Quetzal
Right.
Guitarist laughs as he flies over.
Okay,
I'm
so
guessing the deed is in Dur's beard.
it was currently a Quetzal.
So does that mean the Quetzal has a beard?
I mean, were you guys stupid enough to give me the deed to this house?
I think we
Put it
stuffed
in
lots
the
of things
place.
in your beard.
Mm.
One day I'm just going to leave, you know that, right?
one day he's just going to be like, I'm leaving this campaign, and Durr is taking everything with him.
Yeah.
Well, no, we have a keep, we can empty the beard and leave it in the keep.
Oh yeah, loads of unguarded.
We have a
treasure.
bearded keep.
There's literally something in the beard called treasure pile.
Yeah. We're
But
gonna
at
put
least it's
that in the grand hall.
Yeah, guarded by a dragon though, so you know
You could put the beard on the dragon, and then we have a pet bearded dragon.
that'd be pretty cool. Corner, are we allowed to beard your husband?
Yeah, she likes a man with a beard.
He's not my husband, so that's fine. Stick a beard
Well,
on
yeah,
if you want.
yeah,
So we
Not
are
yet,
allowed to
but
beard your husband.
yeah. When he grows that beard though, she's gonna be like, oh, he just looks so handsome.
Hey, I have a beard, and I'm your husband. So
And I hate it!
wow,
I hate beard!
wow, this session has been very revealing.
You know that. I don't like it. It's prickly.
Next session, he's gonna be like, I no longer have a beard.
It's a prickly beard! It's not even a nice soft beard. It's a prickly beard.
And in sort of line with that, just so you know, Onyx, all of the strippers were clean shaven. And waxed in all the appropriate areas.
Yeah, they clearly weren't dwarves.
Oh.
You know what? I'm
Onyx is
just
gonna
that they're
drink
not
heavily
actually, like,
tonight.
paper decorators or what like that. I'm actually thinking like beauticians, you know, the ones that actually do the waxing. Is their job now.
Okay, so how are you going to override this dilemma by the fact that Doa has the deed and is a Quetzal?
Duh, give us the deed, you dumb dodo.
Damn dodo.
I'll swoop down and change back and give him the deed.
See, at this rate, Duh is more of my husband than the dragon because he actually listens to me.
Dirt changes back and flies away.
What was that?
I thought Duh technically already declared that he was going to have a war with the dragon when we first met the dragon.
It was the black one I didn't like. It was the one I was doing riddles to. I wanted to.
I thought the green dragon was stopping us leaving, so you declared that I was going to marry you unless he challenged you to a duel, and then his mum turned up.
Okay, so you present the deed, and you'll read through and say, yes, that seems to be in order. Will you be wanting extra keys, or will the one suffice?
Extra keys.
Yeah, keys would be good.
They come at a charge.
I think everyone should have their own key.
I think it was 10 gold that I said.
Fairness, we can probably afford that.
Very well. How
Yeah,
many
yeah,
copies
yeah.
will be needed?
5.
Indeed.
Let's get a spare as well for under the mat.
Indeed.
Right, 6.
So 6 keys for 60 gold. Due to the nature of this transaction, coinage will be accepted.
Mm.
Yep. I handed over the coins.
Okay, mark off 60 gold.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in terms of administrating the estate, everything is yours. From the island to 2 miles in either direction of the coast. And he points over to the mainland. It is your responsibility to take up any taxable goods and add them to your own treasury and deduct the taxes from that. If you require somebody to administer that for you, our services are available for a fee.
So are you, Mr. Admin guy? Are you like working here now? Like you work for us, or?
No, I am
Right,
simply a
Admiral.
representative of His Majesty's department. If you do require a steward, we can set up various interviews for you, so that you could select one of yourself. But whether you choose one of our selections or one of your own volition, that steward will need to register themselves and advise the various courts and administrative bodies of the monies that will be brought in, if any.
Okay. And could you also like, for example, set up? Maybe we can get like a guild artisan representative, you know, from one of the big guild houses, the craftsmen.
Yes, certainly. And on that point,
Maybe guild dwarves. You know where I'm from. You know, in the north, one of the good ones.
in terms of what you say, good craftsmanship, but that will be upon your own volition to ascertain and acquire. Our office is fully capable of assisting with that, of course, in a domestic fashion, but if you decide to go outside of this land to acquire said artisans, I'm afraid my office will only be able to be intermediaries in that regard.
So, like, you can only find people from this, like, whole elven land. You can't go elsewhere.
Well, we can send out letters and correspondences in that regard on your behalf, but in terms of verifying their capabilities and vouching for them, I believe the phrase goes, that will be down for you to decide. And I will also point out that should you pick a craftsman of that description, they will not be automatically insured by the Minas Epitas government.
Okay, we can work that out. We're friends with, like, the king in the north, innit? So do us some favours.
How very Jon Snow. But
yeah, he's friends with my dad.
But on that point, allow me to introduce you to your first tenants. He gestures at the bards who are waiting rather impatiently at the top of the hill.
Why do we have tenants?
They're part of a military performing band, shall we say. They were going to march with the army against the hordes of undead. However, due to various circumstances, they were unable to actually march, and with the travel ban in place, they decided to take up residence here. They were paying rent to His Majesty's government through my office. It is up to you as to whether or not you would continue that agreement. Those rents were made to you, and taxes were deducted from that accordingly.
So any money they've already paid, we get, even though we didn't own it until now.
No, they pay their rent on a weekly basis. They have paid, ironically, up until tomorrow. After that, should you decide to evict them, that is, of course, your prerogative. If you decide to keep them on, they will pay their rents to you.
How good are their music?
And that is for you to decide, and as you can see, they are very eager to play to you.
Otley's going to go and listen to their music and see what you think.
Okay, and that's where that video that I put in the in the chat basically comes across.
That's valid.
That was
Can we
pretty
keep
good.
him?
Otley's going to listen. He's going to at the end of it, he's going to still look very stoic and calm and chill. He's just going to give him a nod and be like, "I'll be right back," and he's going to say go back to the others, and he's going to be like, "Yeah, what if we basically make it so they have to play music every time we arrive?"
But they charge us for that, though.
Well, they can be part of the agreement.
They've got to pay us rent, so you know what I mean. It just balances out. They get to live here, but they have to play music for us whenever we want. That's their job.
I have a question for the keys.
Yes, sir?
Do those keys works in any keyhole? Or, if you know what I mean, with any keyhole? Or
Basically, does every door use the same key, or do we need multiple keys for multiple doors?
The key itself is what we call a telemetric key. So as long as you have it in your possession, all doors to this keep will open for you.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
So we can't lock each other out then?
Well,
Was that what your thought was?
I am aware of if you put if two opposing keys on either side of the door are involved in a confrontation, then the keep itself would need to make that determination.
Who's the keep?
It's obviously
Oh,
magic.
the actual. Okay, okay.
Does yes.
What?
But what I was thinking of is, do we have to physically access the keep to enter it, or is there any magical way to enter in the keep?
Currently, aside from doing a teleportation spell on your end, there is no way to enter the keep aside from walking in, or flying in, or in most cases, falling in. However, if you did decide to create a teleportation circle or other form of teleportation, you are free to do so. However, such thing would need to be registered with the Teleportation Guild.
Okay, and what will happen if I will create such as a key that will teleport me here? I will use the key in any keyhole around, well, I don't know, around the world, and will teleport me here.
Okay, so what he's basically said is that if you do something to teleport yourself here, that would be fine. But if you wanted to set something up here to teleport somewhere else, you would need to register that.
All right.
Yeah.
You
We
will
can
notice
eventually
you
maybe
may
do
notice
that.
several bloodstains across various aspects of the walls where people have attempted to teleport onto the walls and missed.
Interesting.
How do we miss a wall?
Yes, indeed. Now, as part of this accommodation, I am to give you the tour of your keep, if you are so inclined.
And wait.
I'm very inclined, Keith. Is there a history as well? The keep?
Yes, quite an interesting one. This castle has been around for several centuries. And as part of that, this particular fort stood as, shall we say, a watchtower fort when Viking raiders and various other piratey threats were quite prevalent. Initially, it was just the fort, but as you can see, other buildings have accumulated over its time. Some have fallen, some of them been rebuilt. But this fort was originally built by the ancient Celts, and was originally given to the Earl of Seaforth, who unfortunately perished some decade ago without any heirs, and thus the castle has been left in the hands of His Majesty's government. I can see that I have stunned you all into silence.
I was expecting a storied history, but I guess let's take a look at the grounds.
Very well. And he walks you up the hill, and you can basically, he points out the various buildings. So you have effectively a greenhouse here. But this is basically just like a shanty of various buildings. You then have your garden shed, as it were, with various different points. These are what we refer to as the outer guest quarters, and then you have your mills on the outside.
And that large, yellowy, like horseshoe-shaped one.
This one.
That one, yeah. What's that one?
This is at the moment. This stands as an empty building which could be utilised in various forms. As you can see, construction has been incomplete, but it is of a particular shape, as you say, that it could be used for any sort of function.
Okay. We can maybe turn it into a bit of a tavern, bring in some income, keep it outside the walls so it doesn't mess with our security of the inside, you know.
Yes, indeed.
And then we've got a band that can play live music every day.
I'm sure that they will be most happy to oblige, sir.
Greenhouse, grow our own hops.
Yeah.
They've got accommodation we can rent out.
Yeah, it looks great.
The garden shed, Otley would be quite happy to make that into like his little workshop.
Mm-hmm.
So we can, like, the builders he can help the builders and like run out of there. Bad little setup.
if you will join me through the gate, and it takes you through the gate, which is a full sort of like passageway, but that leads through the walls. As you can see, this gate is equipped with ironclad doors, a portcullis, murder holes, and as you look above you, the archery deck as well.
I love that somebody pauses at murder holes.
Yes, as you look up, you see that the ceiling above you is effectively like a grated floor. So, should somebody want to aim an arrow, bow and arrow or crossbow through it, they'd be able to do that without any problems.
Interesting.
That's nice. What's waiting for us inside?
I'm glad you asked, sir. But just before we carry on, you have the side entrance to the watchtower here, and he points off to the left to a little small staircase. The entrance to be barred, obviously, from both the top of the stairs and the bottom, as he leads you into here. And then we have the stairway here to access the tower from inside. You, of course, have stairways at all of the corners of the fortress walls themselves. Over here, we have the cathedral, or the chapel, should you say. Over here is your stables, your training ring, your armory, and then over here is the main bailey, the secondary fort should the outer walls be taken. And then this main building is your keep. Your citadel, if you like.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very interesting.
Any
And,
other notable features, Keith?
Yeah.
So what was that?
Keith?
Any other notable features?
Well, this fortress does have an impressive history of fending off attacks. As far as I'm aware, this fortress itself has withstood siege, I believe, 20 times in its
Wow.
in its existence, and has only been taken twice.
It's a pretty good percentage.
Yes, indeed. As I say, this fortress was the cornerstone of the coastal defence.
Okay, that's peculiar as a cornerstone of coastal defence. Is there not a large lookout or something to... I suppose any of the towers would allow you to look out?
Yes, but this is where the garrison of troops would then set forth to defend the coast should the coast be invaded.
I see.
You can find multiple references to it when in texts of subjects of the great General Aurelius, who reformed temporarily, mind you, the Elven army into, instead of a legionary force, into a vexillation force, small troops of 60 who would venture out into the countryside to apprehend invaders and, more specifically, drow.
Ugh.
There's nothing wrong with drows.
No. Ugh.
And also, to add to its prestige, this castle itself has seen many, many lords of various orientations, histories, and wealthy families, and has seen both the Crown Prince and the Dragon King himself on 3 separate occasions.
Okay.
He then gestures at the walls. The walls themselves are sturdy, but the crenellations themselves are somewhat in a state of disrepair. And the meticulations do provide some form of leakage, but that could be easily repaired. Would you like to set forth into the keep itself, and I will show you around?
Yeah.
Lead the way.
Very well. He leads you to up a small flight of stairs, leading you to the main doorway of the keep. Would you like to do the honours, or is that something you do not concern yourself with?
Maracas, do you want to push?
Oh, I'll push any day.
Onyx is the other alpha in the group. Do you want to push? Have you muted yourself again?
She did say be right back, but that was like a while ago.
Fair enough. Okay, so Barakas, you put the key in. There's a very resounding click, and the clerk basically nods, and so that key is now attuned to you.
Fascinating.
Okay, so he steps in first. Now, the first thing that I will say is that the keep does not initially look like this. This is what it will look like when it's been refurbished. But there are bits of furniture about, but this area is incredibly dusty. Nobody has really stepped in here for quite some time. It's not necessarily broken or dilapidated in any way. If you basically just hired some cleaners and decorators to spruce it up over like a week or so, then you will get something that looks a lot like this.
Okay.
I know some guys.
If you would follow me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so he leads you out into a very open plan area. And so here we have the internal fountain. This fortress is equipped with dwarven plumbing, so provided that the bills for water usage are paid, then water will flow freely here with a great, shall we say, consistency.
Oh, look, there's some drinking water up there.
As of yet, there is. You have 12 days to fill out a request for water, and the water will run over the course of those 12 days. But after those 12 days, if an agreement is not set, the water will be cut.
Okay.
It's blending very nicely.
The joys of home ownership.
Yeah.
He brings you over to here. Here you have your Great Hall. The location for entertaining guests of extraordinary dignitas and various other functionary needs. And through this door, you have your porch, where you may relax in the open air should you decide to, away from the needs of whoever may be bothering you. These stairs and these stairs will take you upstairs to the second floor. Here we have the kitchen area. He more just sort of opens the door at that point and just shows you through the doorway. And then here you have your dining area for your less functionary needs in terms of eating. Leading you around, he sort of pokes his head in here. Here you have your reading room for all your literary needs.
Mm.
In here you have your chapel for more individualistic forms of worship. Now, there is a basement to this level. I can take you there now, or we can proceed upstairs.
Have a quick look at the basement.
Very well. So he takes you to... Oh, where the token's gone. Oh, sorry, one sec.
This is where all the plumbing is. Wait, we got prison cells that look sick.
Fuck yeah.
And a treasury really close to it.
Fuck yeah.
The best bit is all those barrels, which Otley is going to want filled with ale.
Yes, I can see where your eyes take you, sir. This is your wine cellar.
Wine?
Oh, that is
ale
my
cellar.
cellar. Oh,
This is for mead, which is
No,
made very much
we're gonna
like wine.
fight this. We're gonna fight this, bro.
I tell you what, we can have half each, and by half you can have those like 3 barrels on the bottom, and I have the rest.
Well, clearly you don't know how to do halves since you already half men.
All right, we're really going to fight.
Yeah, we are.
Since the departure of Lord Seaforth, this wine cellar has remained undisturbed, and so some of these barrels may have turned, some may have aged slightly more gracefully. I shall leave it to you to ascertain which is which. Here we have your servant quarters.
Oh,
Should you
prison
pardon?
cell.
Here you have your personal vault with dwarven secure chests, and over here a more secure vault, which, if you pay the license, will allow you immediate access to the funds of your bank account.
Okay. Who can
Pretty
enter
cool.
into the vault?
So, what was that?
Who can enter into the vault?
So far, this door is simply a door. A strong and locked door, I will admit, but so far it is just a door. If you were to engage in a more magical security, that is for you to ascertain.
Alright.
And through here, please watch your step. These pipes are rather fiddly. You in. And in here you have your gymnasium, should you be of a physical persuasion.
A gym.
We got a gym in the basement.
Well, shall we move on?
Yeah.
we can go-
Let's take
We
us
can go up
upstairs.
Or would you prefer to peruse the wine cellar?
We can decide that later, don't worry.
There's enough space we can be mature and be like, well, we can have like a barrel of whatever, a bit of everything.
Very
We
well.
can come to a deal.
Very well. So he takes you up the stairs and then up the stairs again to the floor above.
Fancy.
As you can see, we are now above the grand hall. I do advise you to not throw yourself from the balcony onto the floor below. However, if you are of that persuasion, that is for you to determine.
How high is it?
30 feet at last estimation.
Ollie's going to jump it.
Of course you are.
He's going to test how high it is because he doesn't believe him.
Can I get acrobatic check from you, please?
Acrobatic.
Or athletics, if that's...
Oh, athletics is better.
Alright.
That's a 20. Not natural.
Okay, so with that, you're able to you throw yourself over, and you basically fall 10 feet, and then with your athletics, you're able to fall the additional another 10 feet before you take damage. And so you take 5 bludgeoning damage from the remaining 10.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Still got 200 hit points.
And then the clock just sort of calls from above. And so, as you'll notice, there are several scuff marks from people who have attempted the same. I'd advise you not to do that near any expensive upholstery, sir.
He'll like, he's going to walk back up the stairs. Yeah, you're right. That was 30 feet. Yeah. Good judgment of height.
Very well. Over here, we have we have a series of bedrooms. On the floor plan, these are regarded as guest bedrooms, but should you choose to take up residence here, that is your prerogative. Over here, we have more mainstay bedrooms to be used at your discretion. Over this way, we have access. This is the only access to the main tower of the establishment. If you wish to access the other floors, you would need to use the other stairs.
What's in the tower?
Okay, so he briefly takes you up, and you guys all end up in here.
Okay.
This is a bedroom linked to the tower, and then at the top is an open space where you'll be able to perceive the entirety of the keep.
That's cool.
However, as I say, the only way in or out of this room is the stairs. So if you wish to make your journey to the rest of the floor, you will need to go down and back up again.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what he does. He takes you down, then up the stairs, so you are now here. Here, this area is considered something of a wrestling ring, as you can see by the empty racks of weapons, and I will point out that the drop is now 60 feet.
Or at least thinking about it.
Less scuff marks, I presume.
Yes, less scuff marks and more impact marks, you might say.
He's still thinking about it.
In here, you have one of the two bathing chambers with appropriate privacy curtains.
Wow.
And,
Good time, baby.
and assuming that the water license is paid, the plumbing system is equipped for hot water. He comes over here, and he basically takes a handle and slides this wall open. Here we have our boiler, your boiler, and your other needs in that regard. This room is the linen room, shall we say. A place to steam all manner of clothing to avoid lice and other undesirables. He comes over here. Here we have the second bathroom, again with privacy curtain. And as he leads you over here, I do request that you watch your step. This area can get somewhat slippery during the wet weather. And I will also emphasize the drop is 60 feet.
Well, at least you got water money. If you pay for that, of course.
How deep is the water?
Not very deep. You might consider this to be something of a splash pool.
I thought so, yeah.
In here, you have your armory, a place to store weapons and armor, and if you are so inclined, where the weapon maintenance of such goods will be established by your dedicated worker. In here, we have the study. In almost all cases of the fort's previous ownerships, this has been the steward's office, where they would do the work needed to administer the fort. And then, appropriately, a bedchamber, which has most notably been taken up for said steward. But whether you continue with that tradition is entirely up to you.
I think that's a good idea.
So, is this keep to your liking?
Obviously.
It's lacking of bed spaces.
Indeed. Given that the previous ownership was, generally speaking, a lord and their partner and various children, of which there may have only been one or two at any given time, this place may not be particularly open to a group of your size. However, as we do have downstairs other bedrooms and certain rooms where you may be able to renovate and open up to make less rooms but more breathable space.
Yeah.
That is, of course, assuming that none of you wish to sleep in the wine cellar.
No, I'll just sleep outside.
So I'm sleeping outside.
Indeed. If you would follow me, Master Goblin.
Well,
It's going to be a special place for him to sleep in the garden.
Whilst the grounds of this keep are substantial, there are certain aspects designed specifically for gardening. So he takes you around here. You may find several bushes here which would be to your liking, and off to the western wing of the keep, you'll find several rose gardens as well.
Beautiful.
Got a whole front garden for Dur to play in. That's sick.
Easy.
It's badass. I think it'll, meet our needs.
Very
Some
good.
of our needs.
Very good. In that regard, as I say, my office is open to addressing the other needs that you might have.
See?
Oh, we've got some strippers coming in for that. Don't worry about that.
Please no.
I shudder to think what you mean by that, sir, but I shall take you at your word.
Well, the walls, they need cleaning up, right? We've got some wallpaper strippers.
I see. If you're trying to make a joke about this, he's being really overly stoic about it and not sort of taking the bait, as it were. Very well. I shall allow you to settle in. If you do require any assistance, my office is more than happy to oblige. For a fee, of course.
Cheers, Keith.
At which point he bows slightly and then leaves.
all right.
Okay, who calls dibs on what?
Shotgun that fancy room upstairs.
Which one?
On the north side, that was a fancy room. Shotgun. I think.
I'm calling dips for the tower then.
Hell yeah. I can put all my weird cleric stuff in here. Gonna be great.
Okay, so Barakat, you're calling dibs on the tower, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Onyx, which one do you want?
I'm kind of just happy to have just a decent room, honestly. Like, let everyone else pick and I'll just see what there is.
Alright then. Dur, you said you were going to set up somewhere outside, did you say?
Yeah, I'll just plant my staff and turn it into my little house that I do. Doesn't really get this. He doesn't really understand it.
Alright, cool.
He doesn't. These people don't own property. He doesn't. You know what I mean? You don't pay for water. What do you mean pay for water? Didn't he say we get all this water? We got a 2 mile square. We got to pay for water. God.
We've got water mills and everything. We have to pay for the water.
I think water's normally free. You can get it out of streams and shit. I don't know why you'd pay for it. It's fucking stupid.
Okay, so Otley, which room do you want?
He wouldn't mind. I was going to say I'd let everyone else. I was going to say he'd let everyone else pick first. That top right one what's that table thing? Is that just a desk?
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a desk.
I don't think he needs to worry about that too much. He's happy with any room.
Okay, so
He'll let Onyx and whatnot have those 2 rooms if they want them. He'll just pick whichever one.
I mean,
He'll take
to
one
be
of the
honest,
lesser rooms.
we can get one of those room to get like the wall put down and get this
One
room
roll.
bigger.
Hang on.
all right then, and you fitting out, Onyx?
No, sorry. I think. I mean, I'm happy to just go for this corner room because this one looks a little fancy. So I'll go for the corner room. So then there's a window there, right?
Oh yeah, there's windows in all the walls. So.
There we go. So if there's a window, I'm happy because then I can just jump out if needed. Run away.
Then Otley comes in and is like, just confirm, it's 60. It's a 30-foot drop.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, my cape will handle it easy. It's chill. Or Misty Step.
All right then.
Question.
Yep.
Is it possible to get the pictures of the floor plan to get shared with me? I want to try to recreate these on the zines.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that now before I forget. Incarnate. Right, I may need to find them because I'm not entirely sure where I put them, but
No worries, man.
but whenever I do, I'll send them to you. Ah, here we are. Oops. Copy and there you go.
Nice.
Okay, so but it's now gone quite late in the evening. So, but do you guys want to take your long rest here, or or do you want to go gallivanting off somewhere else?
That's fine. I'm gonna have to
Just long rest there.
anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right then. So you take your first long rest in your new keep.
Exciting.
Okay, so night passes and you can see the sort of like the campfire light of the bards out in on the hill, and occasionally you hear like busters of music as they play, but then that dies down and you guys are able to settle in. As you begin to settle in Barracas, you get a tugging feeling which is pulling you towards the top of the tower.
Oh, for a moment I thought you were saying the one cellar, but yeah, carry on.
And so as you do you give in to this feeling, or do you try and resist it?
What kind of feeling are we talking about? Like,
It's just like
curiosity feeling?
it's just like an urge that's building up in you to simply go to the top of the tower.
Cool. I think. Well, I mean, I didn't even see what looks from what was the look from the tower, the view from the tower. So
Okay.
that'd be nice, right?
Okay. So as you look out, and so just copy another picture in for the sake of dramaticism. So you can basically just see like really open ocean. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong picture. Give me a sec. you can see like really open ocean as you look out, and as you look towards the west, that's literally all you can see, just ocean, just flowing away into the horizon. As you look to the north and south, you can see the countrysides of the various lands as they peel away. You can see the outline of the floating cities and Menzepedas. To your south, you can see the great mountain of Monty Heston, and various other sides of the countryside. You can see way off in the distance the mountains that sort of split Menzepedas in half. But your attention is drawn to the sky. And bear in mind, you guys are quite far south, but yet you can see an aurora borealis in the sky. There's this hue of green, purple, and silver begins washing over. As you continue watching, your eyes are drawn to this, you can see coming out of what appears to be the center of this, 9 glowing forms are racing across the sky. And as they sort of clear the borealis, you can see that they seem to be gaining more detail. And with that, you can immediately see that these are 9 people astride horses charging full pelt going east.
Do I know what that means? Because I'm thinking lots of things right now.
It's the ring race.
Um,
Yeah, it might be, but but so yeah, you immediately have like this recognition in your head. You're looking at the 9 riders of the Wild Hunt, but
Yeah.
but instead of what confuses you about the situation is that they're not heading towards you. They don't seem to really acknowledge you, but you know that they are charging eastwards.
No. Well, if they're charging towards eastwards, east is where the portal of hell opened up, right?
Yes, that is one of the things that lies to your east at this point. Yes.
I think I will keep this question for my boss whenever I'm gonna see him tonight or not.
Oh,
All right. You can actively call out to him if you want that to happen, but if you just simply want to wait for him to contact you in this regard, then you could do either.
Is it something that I need to do while I'm doing my log rest?
This is technically paused your long rest. There are certain things that you can do where it wouldn't interfere with it, but if you then decided to go out and do something else, then particularly involved, then it would interrupt your long rest.
Okay. Cool. I think I will try to reach out to the boss.
Okay.
Oh no, that's a dice roll.
Okay, so there was basically a 10% chance that he was going to acknowledge you, and unfortunately I rolled a 19, so unfortunately he doesn't respond to you.
Fine.
Huh?
Alright. I guess he's busy, you know how lords are, I understand him.
The king of the Wild Hunt cannot come to the phone right now. Please leave a message after the tone. And you just... but instead of there being a beep, you just hear a ringwave scream like in your head.
In my head. Please bring me ringing back on your more feeble time.
Okay, so aside from like having this pool to witness this, you don't really seem to pick up anything that's particularly noteworthy after this. You continue to watch the wild hunt as they charge across the sky, but they're slow going, but pretty much going at the speed that you would normally expect to see a galloping horse going at.
As long as they're moving towards east, the west, where the Aurora Borealis was, is. Does it still like fades away, kind of thing? Like it moves when they galloping through the sky.
I know it's staying where it is, and eventually it does just fade away. It was staying where it was, and they were charging out of it.
Okay, so in my head it works like a kind of portal, or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do I know much about the hunters?
Aside from the king, who has contacted you and for various reasons is your patron, I would immediately say no, but I'll allow you to do a history check if you want to try and call anything up.
Okay. Oh, that's a 17.
Okay, but you do know that the wild hunt, they basically come out during the winter solstice, and where various horror stories are told about spectral riders coming out to steal naughty children who don't go to bed and various things. As you grew up and those stories started to take on more severe form, you know that the wild hunt is basically about clearing the world of undead creatures. So it gets to a particular point where the wild hunt get called, and they actively hunt down zombies, undead, and vampires. But they don't necessarily have a way of determining the living from the dead. It all looks the same to them. So during the time when the wild hunt comes out is a time for you to hide and go indoors, that sort of thing.
Oh.
Pretty good at their jobs, are they?
Well, it seems they're too effective.
Yeah. If anything, they're better. Too good at their jobs.
But
So it's not
aside from this sort of like very general knowledge, you don't really know why they haven't come out to fight the literal army of undead that you've been facing, or why it suddenly appeared now that the undead are lesser of a threat, or why they're heading east, or what is east in regards to them. You don't know.
Yeah.
If only the cleric knew a spell that might be able to give them information on this.
Do I know a spell? Can give me information on this?
I thought it was you had the law spell.
You cast it on an item though.
Oh, okay.
But I do have some other. I've got like a ask for help from a deity. Divination.
Yeah, I don't think it's the one that we're.
Your magic and an offering puts you in contact with a god or god's servants. Ask a single question concerning a specific goal or event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
And you just call up Bahamut and say, "Hey, sup? I'm good. That's your one question. Goodbye."
I guess it doesn't. I don't have to reach out to Bahamut. I could reach out to whoever's in charge of the wild hunt.
Does it work with any dietary, or does it work with just your dietary?
My magic and an offering puts me in contact with a god or a god's servants.
Yeah. So basically, as long as you know the creature's name, then you'll be able to call upon them.
So we could just call them up.
Whether
Hey, wild hunt.
Yeah,
What's
whether or not that's something that you, as a cleric of Bahamut, would be okay doing. So, say like you wouldn't want to call up Asmodeus or someone like that. So, that's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not up your my Patronus is not up to your alley, but um, I mean, if you're offering,
It doesn't really sound. I don't know. Are we talking bad here? Kind of a bad guy. I'm kind of a good guy. Not really in the
We'll have a chat
potato,
with
potato.
the head of the witch hunt.
head of the witch hunt. I mean, they're neutral, right? They're lawful neutral,
I mean,
right?
another option if you're looking to contact the deity, mine actually might be kind of helpful with this whole forge thing that ties with that pickaxe I've got.
Hmm.
Would that help us with the? Isn't the grand hunt like that's not a good vibe, right? The wild hunt being
No,
heading east.
it's not even a good thing to look at, honestly. Like, as far as I know, like it's what Matt said is it's not good as peaches to look at in the
Yeah.
sky, just going somewhere.
And your patron is no help here. You couldn't ask your patron.
He's busy.
It's busy, right? I see.
What do you expect? I'm charging across the sky. Do you really think this horse doesn't have a hands-free option?
I don't know, autopilot or something.
Okay, so as you just like watch this, it gets to the point where it gets a bit boring. So it's up to you as to whether or not you want to go back downstairs and sleep.
Yeah, is there like a shutters or curtains that I can close?
Yeah, you didn't necessarily get disturbed by the light. It was more the fact that your patron was sort of like urging you to come to the top of the tower. It was like a case of, look at me, I'm doing something.
Yeah, I did expect that. But just for inner protection and making sure that nothing will come in.
Yeah, there are shutters on all of the windows. So whether or not you consider them particularly strong and worthwhile is another matter. But there are shutters.
Cool. Yep. Shut the shutters and turn on some candles.
Okay. So you obviously see this Aurora Borealis effect from outside. So I'll allow you a history check if you want to do that.
3 plus nothing. I'm not going to guide myself either because I'm probably just woken up. 5.
Okay. You see that there are riders coming out and they're heading east. But as far as you're aware, nothing good has really ever come of spirits charging across the heavens and doing stuff like that. So you just sort of like make a mental note to investigate it if you feel particularly inclined about it at the time. But other than that, you don't pick anything up.
I'm going to roll to think if it was a dream or not. Less than 10, it was a dream. Over 10, I'll remember it. 10 on the dot. I remember.
Beats it.
Okay, so Otley, what are you doing during this? Are you resting?
Yeah, I think you would just be resting up.
All right then. So morning comes and nothing particularly overt has occurred. Do you guys just want to congregate somewhere, or are you happy with just like the general view?
Yeah, I guess we'll all mill around and meet in the morning or something.
Okay. Otley, are you taking the stairs or are you jumping?
You'll take the stairs.
All right. Okay, so you all.
Otley's gonna check out that kitchen.
Okay, so as you go in, you can see that it's equipped with all the various sort of like pots, pans, and various other things you would find in the kitchen. There's a very large stove, which is capable of cooking multiple meals all at once. In terms of ingredients, this place is pretty bare.
Noted.
Well, I knew our friends there. He will classify this as a paradise.
So what was that, Mikhail?
I said I knew a friend that will classify this kitchen as a paradise.
However, you do find several tins of canned spaghetti.
Can I use my culinary prowess to make it into a really nice gourmet spaghetti meal?
Okay. Are you proficient in those kitchen tools or whatever?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, that's what I put my level up into.
All right then. Can I get just again a d20 plus your proficiency?
That'd be an 11.
Okay. You're struggling to find various sort of things to add flavor to. You do find some salt, some pepper, like in like the back of the cupboards and stuff. And if you want to ask Dur for any sort of like herbs or anything like that, you can. And you basically add that. You firebolt the stove to cook it up, to heat it up, and various things. And eventually, you come out with like various like bowls of tin spaghetti that you sort of shove down the table for everybody to eat.
Bon appetit.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Otley has part of his culinary technique. He cut all of the spaghetti hoops in and made them into like letter shapes.
And they're all in dwarven runes or something.
Yeah, dwarven letters. This is what we call alphabeti spaghetti where I'm from. Great dish. Kids love it.
Sure.
Okay, so as you're sort of like eating all of this, you hear an echoing knock on the front door.
Someone gonna get that?
I mean, I can, if no one else will.
Yeah.
I'm just finishing my spaghetti.
No one wanted to. We've just been given this new house and we're like, oh, neighbours. Like when you first move into a house from The Sims and nobody wants to greet the guest with their stupid fruitcake.
So Torden will go with you and will attempt to open the door with her staff of withering hand.
Oh, you. Please don't.
Scare the guest away.
Yeah, just keep that tucked to the side, Torden. I
leave
can
it
handle the
out.
door. No.
So you begin to open the door, at which point the door is immediately flung open from outside, and you're knocked back a bit. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you?
Let me get my dice. Hang on. Oh, lucky dice. Where is it? There it is. Dex save, was it?
Yep.
Okay. So that is 18.
Okay, so you're able to jump back as the door is effectively kicked open. As Kool-Aid guy Frank comes bursting through the door. Oh yeah!
No! Jesus Christ! Kool-Aid Frank. At least the door's not broken, right?
Cool.
Oh no.
Very good.
Oh my god.
At which point, you just suddenly hear this "Ole!" as various mariachi Franks
No.
just appear and start playing various songs, and then all of them out of tune and out of concert with each other. At which point, normal Frank then appears, clicks his fingers, and a cigar appears in each of your mouths. Welcome home, darlings.
No, we didn't invite you.
I
Who's
think
this
that's the
guy
point.
again?
It's Kool-Aid Frank.
Well, if you're going to be like that about it, darlings, I shall depart. And so, but I will.
No, Frank, please stay.
God.
Yeah, it's our first guest. Or guests. Plural, I guess.
Guests.
Does he count as many people or one people?
Oh, I count
really
as
know.
many, even when I'm just one person, darling.
Oh God.
Got it.
So, darling, you have your own place, and that is something that I need to talk to you about, very specifically.
Oh my god. I know already what you're going for. And I think
Really?
I'm gonna like it. Yes, you're gonna help us.
Really? And he
To-
just zips next to you. Tell me, what do you think?
That you're gonna help us to manage the skip in honor of the alphas.
That is exactly what I'm going to do, darling. Amongst other things, well, okay, first, it's second on my to-do list. I can let you guess what's at the first. But still, you are right. The Alphas have been without a base to their name for some time, and it has left me bereft, bewildered, and well, I'll let you fill in that blank. But still,
Surprise.
as part of my contract with the Alphas, as I'm sure you have read multiple times, given you have asked for a dictation. Dictation. I am honor bound as genie of the Alphas to be your caretaker of this grand keep. Until such a time as all of you have utilized all of your wishes, I am caretaker of this keep, whether you like it or not.
Bodes well. I mean, thank you so
Right.
much.
You can start by cleaning up that shit I did in the corner.
Hey,
will-
yeah.
We will
In-
get
in
right
order-
on it, darling. Just remember, you can't spell keep without ass, sass, and sin. All right, yes, you can, but you get my point. At which point they all despair. And then, looking very, very bewildered, is a dwarf who was originally standing in the doorway. Should I come back later?
No, that should be the worst of it done. Hi.
Hi, you may remember us. We're the bards who live down the hill.
Of course.
Oh,
Where's our music?
Fuck off.
We just hear it fuck off come from the garden.
it does in a lovely mood today.
Come on, mate, you're not you when you're hungry. I've got some alphabetti spaghetti over here.
Duh, eat a Snickers.
Yeah.
You
Don't get it all in your beard, though. Because then all of the items in there are going to get covered in it.
duh, eat a Snickers. Because you turn into a T-Rex when you're hungry. Well, me and my comrades, I'll be blunt, we kind of need an answer as to whether or not we're permitted to stay here. Because our contract with the government expires today, and if we're still here and there's no agreement, then, well, we're up in the shit.
I'm more than sure there's a space for everybody.
Well, we're more than happy in staying where we are, but it's more just down to the case of whether you will permit it.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
cool with it. I mean, the music was pretty good.
It's a bit mean to just, out them where they've been here for a while now, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we have to amend the contracts that you guys have. With one little clause that says that every time that we walk in through the land, you have to play the music.
Yes, I'm sure we could agree to that. Did somebody say
like a nice-
contract?
Yes, I did.
Excellent.
Can
Come
you
over
please-
here. He just sort of drags you over to the table. So there,
Oh.
bend
I'm
over.
gonna fancy a meeting table.
Whoa!
No, that kind of contract. Not that kind of contract.
Oh, you're
It
not.
means a
back.
written contract, not that.
Oh, very well. Call me when you need me.
Ah,
I mean, yes, we're more than happy to do that. Will that just be for yourselves or for any guests that you may be having here?
Ourselves, please. Let us feel important. So,
Oh,
pump up
that's
the.
well, that's good because there seems to be something of a procession heading towards the castle. It's kind of what prompted us to come and join you. We didn't know if we were being immediately replaced.
What's coming towards the castle?
Some people, but I believe they're just crossing the bridge now.
Well, Otley's going to run down to make sure that either they didn't fall in the bridge with the rickety bits, or he's there in time to laugh when they do fall.
Okay. Gotta get an athletics, see if you get there in time.
It's a 17.
Okay, yes, you do. So you sort of like just do a mad sprint down the hill. But still, are you still like carrying a bowl of spaghetti with you, or is that done?
Nah, he finished that. He eats quick.
Okay, so
He had the bowl. He kind of just like discards the bowl in the air and runs away. And it just leaves the bowl to bounce or break on the floor.
okay, right. So, okay, it lands. It sort of ricochets off the walls and just like bounce, and then just comes to a spinning stop on the floor. It doesn't crack. Like there seems to be quite a well-made bowl. Okay, so you rush down the hill, and you can see that all of the bards are sort of like milling around outside. And it's like, and they try to grab your attention, but you just sprint past. And it's like, oh, okay, and you can see that the dwarf was correct. There's something of a procession of people heading towards. But they've now effectively cleared the bridge, but unfortunately, nobody has like fallen in the river or fallen over. Leading the procession appears to be an adolescent owlbear with a long sword on his back.
Huh?
An owlbear
An owlbear, yeah.
with a long sword in the back.
Yep.
In his back.
On his
Yeah,
back, like on a sheath that he's got.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah. But who's behind him? Like, is the actual people, or is like an
Yes.
army of owlbears? Okay.
So it's a single owlbear. Then there's two druids that are then behind them, and then a couple of Vikings. You can then see Clarissa, Scott, Dave the Snake, and you presume somewhere in this mass, those of you who are sort of privy to that Padwin, and then a couple of Vikings behind them, and then dressed in a very simple sort of kimono outfit, you can see the Crown Prince, along with about 20 or so of his retinue who are similarly dressed.
Word travels fast, it seems.
Right. I was about to say the same. Who
Yeah.
invited them?
They didn't hear that the pantry's empty, though.
Apparently not. So the dwarf is then saying, so aside from needing to play music for you whenever you arrive, I'm assuming the normal rates still apply?
Sure.
Absolutely. And there will be a 4% increase every April as well. And you have to play music whenever we ask
I see.
as well.
Just so you know, that's 30 gold a week.
Yeah, fine.
That you pay us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the rent that we were paying.
Okay. And we'll factor in a 4% increase now. let's call it 40 gold a week.
So he's sort of thinking about it and said, I'll need to talk to my colleagues, but I'm sure they'll be happy with that.
Yeah, it'd be awfully
This is
inconvenient
a-
you having to pack up and move away. You know, we really want to keep you, so
Yeah, I'm
Coming
getting
on
that. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. I'll leave you to deal with your guests then. Do you want us to play for them, or?
absolutely.
That sounds like a special occasion to me.
Yeah. We can get
Okay.
that big building out there fixed up. We could make it a tavern, and then you could, like, charge people to come into the tavern. We could charge them an entry fee, and you can get a little cut of it, maybe.
Oh, shout!
Live music. You get to be paid for a gig every night, and we don't even have to pay for it. We can make all the punters pay.
All right, but just so you know, that building is, well, it's complete trash. You're going to need to do some work on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're not
That's
going
what I
to.
mean. It's going to be fixed up. We'll get some dwarven workers in. Place will look fantastic. And then we need to just, we get some brewers in.
It's going to be
Wait,
great. We've got a
At which
vision.
point,
Yeah.
at which point Toldrum just shouts out, "I'm a brewer. I brew poisons."
Voice.
We can sell those discreetly elsewhere, not in the bar.
What's the does the dwarf bard have a name? Should name dwarf.
So what was that?
Does the bard have a name?
He does. Bear with me. Let me just go through the list.
The name generator.
No, I do actually have a name for him. Bear with me. Derwin Pipeweed.
Owen Pipeweed. Brilliant.
Oh, sorry, I've got to go to bed. I'm knackered.
Yeah, we can end it here for tonight, and then you can take on your guests in the morning. So next week, rather.
Yep.
Thanks for the
That
session, mate.
sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right then, guys. But where do people stand for next week?
You're
Should be good.
Should be fine, yeah.
Should be okay.
All good to go.
All right then. But I'll do the usual axes and stuff. If everyone's done their level 14 stuff now, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll touch base with you, Tyler, about your armor,
Yeah. Big Stu.
and we can get that all organised for you.
Thank you.
All right
Is
then.
there,
Guys. Oh, sorry. Yep.
Just real quick, I remember before, you were saying about the party has, was it obsidian or something that Otley can do stuff with the runes with?
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind because Otley might be able to use that for the party at some point.
Yeah.
Do something with it for him.
Yeah, basically, there's a quest to deliver obsidian to a runic knight in New Asagarth, and you can also use obsidian to put runes onto other people's weapons, so they gain the benefits of like your fire rune or your storm rune, that sort of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Alright.
But that's only while you're alive, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right then, guys. I'll let you all dive off to bed, and I'll see you next week.
Yes, thank you for the session.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks, Matt.
great. That was a cool
Bye.
days as
Excuse me,
well.
guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.